India, a country of 130 crore. Around 65% of the population lives in the villages. 50% of them are in the 22 to 47 age group. Naturally, the developed countries are looking at it as a lucrative market. A lucrative opportunity for the outsiders. But are there opportunities available for these youth to progress in life? What is the career path for the 65% youth in rural areas? What are the opportunities for their education? What about employment for their livelihoods? This was the concern for one young man. He saw a huge tsunami of inequality approaching rapidly in the direction of these rural youth. Without giving a second thought to the Herculean task, he decided to devote his life not only to find the answer, but also to execute a plan to bring it into reality.
Since my father was a doctor, I got the opportunity to go to Pune for higher studies. I got right environment and quality guidance over there. But what about my poor classmates who were more capable than me? They could not come to Pune as their parents couldn't afford. They stayed behind in the villages and faced hardships in getting education and employment. This awareness was constantly haunting me.
At the young age of 24, Eng1A Mahajan completed a teacher's training program from the Pune University. While hoping to complete his PhD and enjoy a bright future, his conscience aroused him to set aside his personal ambition and to undertake the task of guiding and helping the directionless, underprivileged rural students. Without any further thought, he plunged into action. His role model was Swami Vivekananda, who believed that everyone is capable to fulfill his dream. What one needs is proper guidance. In 2005, Eng1A resigned from his job in Pune and returned to Jalgaon. With help from some friends, he established the Deepastambha Foundation. The purpose of the foundation is to provide the rural students affordable, quality education essential for writing competitive exams. He started with a meager 3,000 rupees in his bank account, coupled with unflinching willpower.
A single news in the newspapers about free competitive exams and career guidance for the rural and tribal area students attracted more than 150 youth. I counseled them for about 2 hours. Inspired by my speech, 28 students instantly came forward saying, "Sir, we don't have any information in this regard, but we are willing to study under your guidance."
Eng1A started the work in a small rented room. Some friends who had joined the civil services came to Jalgaon as counselors and started contributing to the cause of the Deepastambha Foundation.
I realized that they had deep misconceptions about the ways of getting government jobs. They felt that they had to pay bribe of about, let's say, 3 or 400,000 rupees, or have to have connections in the government, or to have strong recommendations from people in high positions. To remove these misconceptions, I needed to create awareness that these jobs are available through competitive exams only. And to achieve this purpose, I toured from village to village, giving talks at colleges and schools on this topic. I organized hundreds of workshops and counseled thousands of students.
To remove the inferiority complex and increase the self-confidence and enthusiasm of the rural youth, Eng1A put forth before them success stories of 2 rural youth, Rajesh Patil, the son of a farm labourer who became a collector, and Sandeep Salunkhe, the son of a farmer who became the Assistant Commissioner of Income Tax. This motivated a large number of students, both girls and boys, who came forward to take guidance about a career in this field.
For getting quality guidance for competitive exams, a student needs minimum 3,000 rupees per month, which is unaffordable for rural youth and their parents. I knew lot of such students, especially girl students. They perform very well in their graduation, but as their parents are very poor, they couldn't afford to come to get this guidance. I discussed this problem with my associates and my friends, and we started Karmavir Bhaurao Patil residential training scheme for such youth. The students' number increased as we started this scheme, but this created financial constraints for Deepstam. I got married during this period. After my engagement, I decided to invite less than 100 people for a registered wedding and use the money saved towards the education of these girls and boys. It was like setting a new trend. Both families and my fiancé welcomed this decision. The money saved was used to pay for the accommodation, meals and education of 10 students.
After this new trend, Deepasthambh started receiving small and large donations. People started getting involved in this initiative. The workload also increased. Around 100 students successfully completed the competitive exams and landed government jobs. This development encouraged students from the surrounding villages to study for these exams. It was not possible for the institution to make arrangements for all of them. Deepasthambh conducted an entrance exam along with an interview process and selected 200 extremely poor but intelligent students for financial assistance.
We rented a place to house these 200 students, provided them meals and study guidance at no cost. These students came from all over Maharashtra. They included children of marginal farmers, farm laborers, poor housemaids, and even prostitutes. We also admitted orphans and physically challenged children. We named this project Gurukul.
आम्हाला गुरुकुलमध्ये प्रवेश दिला आणि मोफत निवासाच्या, मोफत जेवणा खाण्याची सोय, नंतर लेक्चरची सोय, नंतर वाचनालयाची सोय करून दिल्या.
Anita Thakre came from a tribal hamlet Khasapada in Nandurbar district. For generations, none in the family had any formal education. Farming and cattle rearing was their lifestyle. Being an isolated area, there was the lack of facilities. Even in such dire circumstances, Anita attended school, got a government scholarship and graduated with a bachelor degree in agriculture. She was admitted to Gurukul. After successfully completing the competitive exam,
सध्या मी कृषी सेवक म्हणून अमरावती विभागात कार्य करत आहे.
सर्व परीक्षांमध्ये मला यश मिळत गेलं आणि मी एकूण 8 ते 9 गव्हर्नमेंट जॉब्स मी हातात घेतले.
आज मी तुमच्या समोर एक तुरुंगाधिकारी म्हणून उभी आहे.
मला महाराष्ट्र PSI मिळालं, जे मी आता जॉइन केलंय, ट्रेनिंगला आहे.
Today, due to the influence of television, the internet and social media, children have lost interest in reading books. Though reading is essential for building moral values and mental capabilities, only 4% of the students read books. To remove the lack of interest in reading amongst the students and to make them responsible citizens with high moral values, Deepasthambh started a campaign called Atmavishwas va Prerna Vachan Abhiyan in 2010 to increase the self-confidence and to stimulate reading.
Students enjoy reading inspirational stories in simple language about successful people coming from the same background as theirs. We selected such stories and printed them in the form of 2 books. One is Tai Mi Collector Vainu, meaning Mother, I have become a collector, and the other is Dhadpadnarya Tarunaiसाठी, meaning for struggling youth. We made these books available to students in 600 rural schools on no profit, no loss basis. During this time, I spent 2 months visiting about 450 schools and addressing and inspiring students to develop reading habit. As a result, in 2010, about 51,000 students bought and read the 2 books from rural and tribal area. And this was the beginning of Project Read India, Lead India by Deepstam.
In order to have students enthusiastically participate in reading the selected books and then write a stress-free exam, Yajuvendra designed an award scheme for the first 50 meritorious students with the highest scores. These 50 students were rewarded with a countrywide tour, taking them to famous places of interest, to renowned educational and research institutions, and arranging their meetings with prominent personalities. To have grand dreams and to realize them in practice, students need to have role models to follow. These personalities became their role models. This movement inspired students from 700 villages who came forward to receive guidance, encouragement and support in developing their overall personalities.
या अभियानात सहभागी झाल्यामुळे माझी ही अभ्यास दौऱ्यासाठी माझी निवड झाली व त्यामुळेच मला आयुष्यात पहिल्यांदा विमान प्रवासाची संधी मिळाली आणि मी अनेक मोठ्या व्यक्तींशी भेटलो. दिल्लीतील राष्ट्रपतींची भेट व त्याबरोबर राष्ट्रपती भवन, संसद भवन अशा मोठमोठ्या वास्तूसुद्धा मला प्रथमतः माझ्या आयुष्यात पाहायला मिळाल्या. अनेक मोठमोठ्या व्यक्तींना भेटल्यानंतर माझी सुद्धा मानसिकता बदलली व मी सुद्धा मोठे विचार करू लागलो.
The teachers have the responsibility of molding the students, inspiring them and making them responsible citizens by inculcating knowledge. If only about 4% of the teachers are in the habit of reading books and thereby enhancing their knowledge, how does one expect the remaining 96% to contribute to the overall development of the students in their classes? There was an obvious need to arouse this 96% and develop their reading skills.
We decided to develop a syllabus for the teachers based on extracurricular and co-curricular books and encourage them to write an exam based on this syllabus. It was a challenging task. I undertook a tour to float the idea to 27,000 teachers. I encouraged and inspired them and explained the importance of this initiative.
While trying to bring about a change, one always encounters difficulties, but Yajuvendra was not going to give up. His efforts encouraged 7,000 teachers from 7 districts to participate in the scheme. Without any government compulsion, they purchased 5 books, read them, and also appeared for the exam. The teachers who succeeded with good scores were awarded an opportunity to visit various cities, tribal villages, and prominent educational institutions. They got to interact with renowned educationists through many workshops on different subjects. This project was immensely successful. This initiative is called Shikshak Vachak Sanskar Abhiyan, meaning Campaign for Encouraging Teachers to Read.
आम्हाला चांगल्या चांगल्या शैक्षणिक संस्थांना चांगल्या तज्ञ व्यक्तींचं मार्गदर्शन मिळालं. निगडी येथील शाळेमध्ये मी तिथं मुलांना जे खेळ घेत होते आणि ऑलिम्पिकच्या दृष्टीने मुलांची कशी तयारी करून घेतली जाते हे पाहिलं आणि त्या दृष्टीने माझ्या लक्षात आलं की माझ्या जिल्हा परिषद शाळेत ग्रामीण भागातील मुलं ही शहरी भागातल्या मुलांच्या तुलनेने खूप काटक आहेत, अतिशय चपळ आहेत. तर यांचा आपण खेळाला प्रोत्साहन दिलं पाहिजे आणि त्या दृष्टीने माझे प्रयत्न सुरू आहेत.
मी विद्यार्थ्यांशी संवाद साधायला लागले आणि त्यातून मला खूप गोष्टी कळल्या. जे मुलं वर्गात त्रास देत होती त्यांच्याशी संवाद साधल्यानंतर ते कसे बदलतात तो मी अनुभव घेतला.
The Shikshak Vachak Sanskar Abhiyan has been going on for the last 5 years. This undertaking is spreading in 4 districts. Due to the good response from students and teachers, a similar initiative has also been started for parents.
After successful launch of reading campaign for students and then for teachers, we turn our attention to similar campaign for the parents. they play an important role in the development of their children. We encouraged parents to read the 2 books published for them on parenting and motivated them to write exams based on the 2 books. Surprisingly, 5,000 parents participated in this project and appeared for the exams.
More than 100,000 students from the rural and tribal areas, about 10,000 teachers and 5,000 parents have participated in this campaign for improving their reading skills.
When we have to improve the self-confidence of a student, when we have to mold the character of a student, and if the teacher is not well molded himself, not inspired, not motivated enough, if he doesn't have high aims, dreams and targets to achieve, and he is not enthusiastic about his work, then he will not be able to mold the students. With this in mind, we started organizing personality development and attitude building workshops for the teachers along with the students, and we reached to thousands of teachers in Maharashtra.
आधी शिक्षक कसा असावा हे मला दीपस्तंभने शिकवलं. मी आधी स्वतः माझ्यात चेंज केला आणि तो चेंज मग नंतर मी विद्यार्थ्यांपर्यंत पोहोचवण्याचा प्रयत्न केला. सरांनी या ठिकाणी एक ग्रामीण सेंटर दिलं. आमच्या गावातील 42 मुलं आज दीपस्तंभामुळे वेगवेगळ्या पदावर आहेत. कोणी PSI झालं, कोणी रेल्वेत लागलं, कोणी पोस्टात गेलं, कोणी आर्मीत गेलं, कोणी पोलीस झालं. आणि या एका प्रोजेक्टमुळे आमचं गाव जिल्हाभर नव्हे राज्यभर ओळखलं जाते.
The headmaster is the leader in the education system. Generally, the post of the headmaster is awarded to a senior teacher. But adding the years in the age doesn't necessarily raise the level of leadership qualities. For this reason, we have started a leadership development program for headmasters, and we train more than 2,000 headmasters in the state of Maharashtra.
मुख्याध्यापकांचं प्रशिक्षण वर्गात महाजन सरांनी 1 तास आम्हा मुख्याध्यापकांना जे मार्गदर्शन केलं, ग्रामीण भागातला विद्यार्थी हा विशेष करून पुढे यावा हा एकमेव उद्देश सरांचा होता. दरवर्षी माझ्या शाळेतून एक 5-6 विद्यार्थी मी एनडीएच्या तयारीसाठी सरांकडे पाठवत आहे आणि ते विद्यार्थी आज SPI ला निवडत त्या ठिकाणी झालेले आहे.
In rural areas, students don't get even the basic reading books prescribed in the school curriculum, let alone the books on career development and competitive exams. Realizing this drawback, we started Deepstam Gramin Yuva Prerna Kendra, meaning Deepstam Motivation Center for Rural Youth in 8 villages, where reading books, place for study and educational and career counseling, these facilities are available, and we want to spread this movement all over the country.
Each center has a room for the library and 2 additional study rooms, one for the boys and the other for the girls. The library is stacked with books from the 8th standard onwards, along with books on career guidance and competitive exams, besides selected inspirational books. To tackle the problem of electricity outage, an inverter backup has been provided for each center. This prevents any interruption while the students are engrossed in their study. Each center is managed by a paid, qualified administrator. With cooperation from the local people, Deepasthambh has started 9 such centers. These centers also conduct activities for career guidance.
जेव्हा ते आमच्या गावात आले, त्यांनी ते आमच्या गावाच्याच भाषाशैलीमध्ये आयराणी भाषेचा त्यांनी वापर केला आणि त्याच भाषाशैलीमध्ये लोकांचा आत्मविश्वास जिंकला. काय उणिवा आहेत यांची जाणीव प्रत्येक व्यक्तीला, पालकाला आणि विद्यार्थ्याला करून दिली. पालक त्या ठिकाणी बसले होते. 5 वयोगटातील ते 70 वयोगटातल्या सर्व त्या ऐकणाऱ्या सर्व बांधवांनी आणि पालकांनी त्या ठिकाणी सरांना जवळजवळ 50-60 हजार रुपये गोळा करून दिले.
घरी असताना मला तसं वातावरण मिळत नव्हतं. मी इथं आल्यानंतर ते वातावरण मला मिळालेलं आहे. त्यामुळे माझा अभ्यास चांगला आणि व्यवस्थित होतोय.
महात्मा गांधींचा एक संदेश होता, खेड्याकडे चला आणि तो संदेश यजुर्वेंद्र आपल्या कामातून दाखवून देत आहे. त्याने काढलेली दीपस्तंभ ही संस्था स्पर्धा परीक्षांसाठी एक ट्रेनिंग देतं, प्रशिक्षण देतं. असं शिक्षण खूप संस्था देतात, पण यजुर्वेंद्र वैशिष्ट्य असं की तो वंचितांसाठी, खेड्यापाड्यातल्या मुलांसाठी, नंतर आदिवासी मुलांसाठी, अंध अपंगांसाठी हे सगळं करतो आहे. आणि त्याच्या ह्या कामामध्ये तो नक्कीच आणखीन खूप लोकांना मदत करील आणि अशी मला खात्री आहे.
हजारो संख्येने खेड्यातले मुलं त्यांच्याकडे येतात, मार्गदर्शन घेत आहेत, ट्रेनिंग घेत आहेत, प्रशिक्षण घेत आहेत आणि उच्च पदावर जात आहेत. हे आम्ही प्रत्यक्ष डोळ्यांनी बघतोय. महाराष्ट्रातले जास्तीत जास्त सगळ्या कोणांपर्यंत जाऊन त्यांचं काम करतायत.
Within the past 10 years, Deepastham has spread its activities in the rural and tribal areas of 36 districts in Maharashtra. Yajuvendra has addressed 1,500 meetings, providing inspirational talks to more than 500,000 youth. He has arranged training for thousands of youth to help them find suitable career opportunities. This has helped countless tribal and rural students whose futures otherwise was in the dark to become government officials. Their future is now secure. Their horizons have expanded. Yajuvendra has now turned his attention to the specially abled youth, which include the blind and the physically challenged. In June 2015, Deepastham established a residential facility called Manobal for these differently abled youth so that they could concentrate on their studies for competitive exams without having to worry about financial constraints. His new initiative is to help adult orphans abandoned by the government institutions since these orphans have attained the age of 18. These adults were not provided any skills to earn their livelihoods.
बाकी थोडी सी है जिंदगी. मी 9 वर्षाचा होतो आणि चिकनगुन्याच्या साथीमध्ये माझे डोळे गेले. डोळ्यांची गरज ही फक्त जग बघण्यासाठी असते, तर जग समजण्यासाठी दृष्टिकोनाची गरज असते. यजुर्वेंद्र महाजन सरांच्याच आदर्शामुळे मी या दीपस्तंभ इन्स्टिट्यूटमध्ये ॲडमिशन घेतले.
Some blind students approached me requesting to provide writer for their exams for clerical jobs. I had a question in my mind. Why clerical jobs when there are better opportunities available? The government services at all levels have 3% seats reserved for disabled. These posts are filled by others submitting false certificates. I decided to provide the intelligent blind and other disabled students the opportunity to become classroom officers. Because some of them have vision, decision-making ability, they are sensitive, they are confident, so they must get higher opportunities. The main hurdle for blind students facing the competitive exams is lack of books in Braille and unavailability of the audio versions of the study material. We sought help of women's groups in Maharashtra who specialize in converting books into audio format. Currently, we are renting a place for providing accommodation to the blind and physically challenged students. But this is a stopgap solution. We need to have our own residential facility for these students as per their special needs. However, it is an expensive undertaking. For the needed funding, we have started approaching potential donors. Fortunately, Mr. Ratanlal C. Bafna came to our help. He offered a donation of ₹1 crore for the initial phase of the construction.
अगर हमारी आंखें 4 दिन खराब हो जाए तो हमारी हालत खराब हो जाती है, पर जिनकी आंखें बिल्कुल चली गई है ऐसे लोगों को खड़ा करना का काम महाजन जी कर रहे हैं. पैसे देने वाला तो मेरे जैसा 1 नहीं 10 मिल जाएंगे, लेकिन ऐसा काम करने वाला व्यक्ति नहीं मिलता है. और इनकी मेहनत देखी, बहुत मेहनत है।
The timely assistance received from a well-wisher, Mr. Ratanlal C. Bafna, has given momentum for the construction project. Soon, Deepastham's dream to provide a permanent residential facility for the differently abled will become a reality.
In the month of June, we conducted entrance exams in the all districts of Maharashtra for the differently abled students. Based on the results of the exam, we selected 70 blind and differently abled students. They are now studying for the competitive exams or career as officers in civil service in the central and the state governments.
फक्त कॉम्पिटिटिव्ह एक्झामचं ट्रेनिंग देणारं एक सेंटर, ते फक्त अंध मुलांसाठी, आणि त्यांची सगळी व्यवस्था केली जाईल, त्यांना दर्जेदार शिक्षण दिलं जाईल. तर अक्षरशः मला 2-3 दिवस झोपच नाही लागली.
माझं एक ध्येय होतं की बाबा MPSC मधून आपण काहीतरी करायचं. आता मी मुंबईच्या अनेक क्लासेसमध्ये गेलो MPSCच्या, मग त्यांनी अनेक मला प्रश्न केले की बाबा तू कसं करणार, तुला कसं दिसत नाही तुला, मग आम्ही कसं म्हणजे आम्ही हँडल कसं करू, असे अनेक प्रश्न त्यांच्या समोर निर्माण झाले. त्यांनी मला म्हणजे ॲडमिशन वगैरे दिलं ना, त्यांनी डावललंच. त्यांनी मला हा प्रकल्प सुरू झाल्यामुळे आम्हाला एक चालना मिळाली की बाबा MPSC पण आपण देऊ शकतो.
मी पूर्णतः दृष्टीहीन आहे. जन्मतः नागपूर येथनं दर संडे बॅचला इथे 500 किलोमीटर काटोलीतनं इथे येऊन मी अपडाऊन करतो.
मॅप्समध्ये जे क्वेश्चन्स असतात तर ते क्वेश्चन सॉल्व्ह करता येत नव्हते, तर त्यामुळे रिझनिंगच्या रिलेटेड जे काही प्रॉब्लेम्स असतील ते इथं चांगल्या पद्धतीने शिकवले जातात. त्यामुळे आम्ही तेही चांगल्या रीतीने आता सॉल्व्ह करू शकू अशी खात्री आहे.
आता अंधत्व ही मला अडचण वाटत नाही, कारण त्या अंधत्वापेक्षा माझ्या इच्छा मोठ्या आहेत, माझी स्वप्न मोठी आहेत, आणि माझ्या आजूबाजूला आता माझ्याकडं माणूस म्हणून पाहणारी माणसं आहेत.
Yajuvendra had a dream of improving the career opportunities for the less fortunate and deprived sections of society. His dream is now unfolding into reality. He gave the strength to these special youth to soar high in the sky. He gave tools to the blind to overcome the lack of sight and succeed in life. Yajuvendra is living a life not for himself but for the others who were once fumbling in the dark. Yajuvendra's noble example will be an inspiration for many.